All right, I'm gonna start like a new series, like on this. Like I've done very few. Well, there's a lot of Rat Fink videos on this channel, but this is gonna be. I don't even know what to call it. I'm not gonna call it any. I don't know. Just let me just start. Okay, I'll start here. So behind me is a drying rack. If you're a printer, and I guess I should flip the camera around, but it might mess up the video. But so that right there is a drying rack. So like when we did video prints for like years and years, is it time to go? We got a little bit. Okay, it's almost time to go. I was going to take a minute. So like back there is, what's it called? Hey, you know what? Seth, will you film me? Yeah. I'm gonna get Seth to film me. Hold on. Tell me when you're ready. Are you ready? We're filming right now?
Yes.
Okay, all right, so film over here. So this is the drying rack. So this drying rack I've had the whole time, during Print Mafia and all that stuff. Well, actually, a little bit in the beginning of Print Mafia, we didn't have it all the time. So what happens is like, it gets filled with stuff. It usually starts from the bottom, and it's just a bunch of random stuff. So like, this is just my own stuff. It's like there's some Print Mafia prints, there's different size prints, there's films, and so like it just gets collected and it goes down, and sometimes I clear it out. So that's been happening for years and years and years. So since Connie and I are moving the shop, well, I'm moving the shop here, and Connie and I are splitting our stuff up and just going through stuff, and it's a bit overwhelming. I brought a bunch of it home, stacked up in the van. So what I'm gonna do is make like videos on and tell stories about what's in those piles. Okay, cut.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Ready.
Okay, you're filming right now. Filming. Okay, Seth's filming. Okay, so this is like an example. Well, it's not kind of an example. This is all the stuff that was in the bottom of those racks. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go like do this series. This will be the first one. I'm going to go, like say I go down to Kroger. I got to pick up something at the grocery store, and I come back. I'm just going to grab like something like this, maybe this mini right here. And then I'm going to talk about it, what's in here. And there's stuff from college in here. Like this is when we used to do Ruby Lift cut stuff, like that's Print Mafia. And then I can't believe these are in here. And some of this stuff, like this poster, there's a lot to talk about. That's an official KISS poster, or Universal Music. So I have no idea. Well, I got some idea what's in here, like some of my own personal Print Mafia posters, my personal posters, and then there's just like I never threw anything away. So this is what happened. Like there's a Print Mafia banner here that Connie and I used to set up, and some of this will be available, but most of it won't. Hopefully, some of it can go in the trash. That's what I'm really hoping. All right. All right, I got the my phone on a tripod thing, and I'm filming this is our table here. So I went somewhere, and now I'm back. This table's uneven, and I went. So I came back. So I did what I said. I grabbed a small stack of stuff, and I'm going to go through it. I'm just going to kind of treat this as if I'm showing stuff to, I don't know, someone else, and maybe I need to use some discretion on what I show. So I'm going to go through it, but back there's some posters in here that I'm not ashamed of anything I ever made, or there's really no regrets for any kind of prints that I've done in the past. Because I don't think if I would have done those things, I wouldn't be where I am now. But I'm not going to get into all that stuff. But so like if I come across something like there's some nudity or something that isn't appropriate, I'm just not going to show it. You know what I mean? So I'm just going to pretend like I'm showing someone that I wouldn't want to offend, like my kids, or So, but there's still a lot of stuff in here. So, all right. So like right off the top, this is, and I'm not going to go through every piece, but when you shoot films, you can actually take a photocopy and soak it in vegetable oil and shoot a screen. So you can make basically a photocopy into vellum. This, and like I said, I never threw anything away. So this is soaked in vegetable oil. It smells like you would not believe. It doesn't stink. It just smells weird. Because if you think about soaking this in vegetable, I don't know what year this is from, Oh my gosh, who did we do this poster for? What's that band's name? Flaming Lips. So this is for the Flaming Lips. So this is one of the colors. And I really like this poster. There's a lot of stuff that went on. And I'm not going to talk about everything in detail because there's a lot of like films and stuff. My dog is also going to bark and act like a freaking moron. I'm going to have to pause it. All right, I'm back. There was the mailman, Cyrus. And I shouldn't have called Cyrus names. He's just being a dog, but he just scares me when he barks like that. But okay, let's keep going. So these are films. So when I say I just don't throw anything away, Connie and I did a series of prints for Universal Music. So these were official posters, and I could talk about these all day. But these are the films, and the reason we make films like this because when we do the clear transparency films, sometimes you get a line across, and it's real bad when you shoot the screens because it just it looks like a printing error. And so anyway, these are the films on top of each other. This is what we use to line up the screens to. So these were 3-color prints. They're all the same. We did several bands for Universal Music. They did these. I forgot how many prints we did. Let's just say 3,200. That sounds like that's how many we did over a few bands and artists and saying "and" too much. I'm trying to think. I get all this information. Like Connie's really good at, and this was a Print Mafia job, by the way, with retaining all this memory. But I'm just like, I don't know what's going on with me. I can't remember anything. So anyway, they just look so cool. Now this smells like, I don't know what it smells like, and it looks as if that oil is soaked through, and who knows what's going on here. But, and I'm not trying to sound morbid or anything like this, but like this stuff is almost like a burden to me. Like if I never saw it again, I'd be okay. But then as soon as I see it, I feel like, oh my God, I got to keep it. And as I get older and I'm starting to think that, hey, I'm not going to be here forever because that's what's going to happen. This will be a burden to my kids. And so I'm just kind of going through this stuff. Well, I'm moving the shop anyway, and hopefully I can weed some of this stuff out. Hopefully I can find something you want. And anyway, it's good social media content. So anyway, and I might pull these out and take a picture of them. So we did The Who, we did a Jimi Hendrix, and all these were, like I said, were official. And we did a Nirvana, Bob Marley. Did I say Jimi Hendrix? Is that a different Jimi Hendrix? Okay, for some reason we have 2 Jimi Hendrix. I don't know why we had 2. Okay, and then a Marvin Gaye. And it seemed like there was somebody else. Oh yeah, there was, did I show Kiss? There's Kiss too, because we saw that in the car. So these are the films for that stuff, and they're all falling apart, and it's got the masking tape on them. I have no idea what I'm going to do with this stuff, but if Anna was home, she'd be like, throw it away! All right, and then I'm just, like, some of this stuff I'm just going to kind of skip over. Okay, this was maybe one that I shouldn't show, but this is a hand-cut ruby lip for... in the early years, Connie and I didn't put any dates on anything. So this is for L7 Ink and Dagger. So this is the ruby lip cuts for that. What am I going to do with this stuff? I don't know. Okay, so keep going. Everybody's got to have a bazooka thing. Film, more just random pieces of paper. These were before when we were 451. Here's a phone number. I don't know if that works for anybody. 22 in this edition. This is all hand-cut ruby lip on this really thick stuff. And it is 9700 series solvent-based inks. Super glossy, super thick, hand-folded. This was another early print before we were Print Mafia. We kind of went around with like 451 there for a little while. These are another real early poster. This is actually designed by my buddy Mike Carey. I have other people's work in here. Another 6'4" poster. Keep going. Punch and Judy again. And then we just got some other stuff around here. So Mellow Matt's local record store in here in town. Connie and I, for the first year, did a series of printed a series of bags, shopping bags, and we just did a different band each month. Put his logo on the bottom, and then we actually printed some on, like this paper for some reason. So this is 2014, a collage here. Did a Grateful Dead one, more Kiss. I have no idea when we do this. Oh my gosh. Look at this, the Bruce Springsteen one. Another Bruce Springsteen. Connie and I, Connie really, we looked into doing some digital prints of some prints that we did. Like we would do these print editions and then we tried to reproduce on the same paper some digital prints. This was one of those. So that's that. This is, I don't know what's going on here. It's more Prince artwork. Okay, now, Connie would, and these are crusty. I don't know what's going on. So Connie would make these, take some of our one-of-a-kind prints, and she was all the time experimenting with color copy machines, and it's got like a semi-gloss finish, and she's really into, I think this was a piece of metal that we silk screen spray painted, and she was making these really cool prints like this to put in order, order and sell these and stuff, like just digital prints. It's crazy, like looking at this work. It takes me back, I just forget about all this stuff. This was an offset print for a Stereo Werewolf, one of the best art shows we ever did do. That was something else. Connie and I had a lot of fun. And for some reason, I got several of these here. And like I said, like some of this is like my personal stuff. And my personal copies. And like Connie has her personal copies. I have my personal copies. Then Print Mafia has their personal copies, like our archives. So that's that. This is, I don't know, a picture of Bambi I drew for my daughter. I don't know what it's doing in there. I don't know what any of this stuff's doing in there. Another one of those. All right. This is the artwork. So for an Inglourious Bastards poster at why am I drawing a blank? At the Alamo Draft House in it was a screening for Inglourious Bastards, right? And I had one of these signs, like it ended up being a 2-color print. It's got blood coming out of Hitler's forehead where he has been shot. A lot of people hated this poster. How could you do that and all that stuff? Well, if you've seen Inglourious Bastards, you understand it. And Hitler's being shot in the head, and it's for Inglourious Bastards. Oh, come on. All right, so I'm not, going to get into all that. But anyway, I have one of these prints signed by Quentin Tarantino in my personal collection somewhere. But you know what? It might be in here, and it might be totally ruined because that kind of happens. More films on top of films. So like these copies right here. So when we would go and make the copies for what is it called? To dip into vegetable oil, we'd also make another copy, like a backup copy. And then sometimes, like if we would have to, print more, we'd have to go back. So sometimes I got multiple, like doubles of these vegetable oil prints. This is for the Eagles. This is, if you know, you know what this is, but I'm not going to tell you because it's a super hidden secret poster. But yes, we were the printers. It's been so many years, I'm sure don't know. This print right here feels like it's skin or something. It's absolutely gross and it sucks to touch. I hope my wife doesn't watch these and she'll be like, why do you have all that stuff at the table where we eat dinner? All right, so what is this? Oh, it was an art print we did. Jimi Hendrix art print. I have no idea what we did. Did we print this, Connie? I don't even know. I don't know what that is. Steve Earle, Chris Christopherson print. Some more art print stuff. Man, this really feels weird on my hands. It's been good to me, just more art prints. This was this one right there, Dead Weather. A Jerry Garcia print we did. Or that was for the Metal Mat. Did I show you the Dead Weather one? I was real happy with this print that Connie and I did. Put the horns on there. there was a mistake on the main print, but I'm not going to tell you what it is because I don't want anybody to be upset. All right. Everybody's got to have a Wildcat in there. More secret stuff. Obviously, we printed this on something because there it is. I don't know what. More secret stuff. Dead Weather backup copy. Jackie and Marilyn. That's our work for it. I don't even know if you can see any of this stuff. This was why is it? Okay, so we did a David Bowie art print, and for some reason, maybe, I don't know why that's not social investable. I don't know what's going on in here. All right, so we did a lot of experimenting stuff. Connie was always trying new things, and we were printing on stuff and just coming up with ideas. And so we just have so much of this kind of stuff. And now that, I go back and look at it, I'm like, man, I don't know. I miss these times. It seems like I have now that I'm just doing this for a living, just doing the artwork and stuff. But maybe one day I'll have to go back to the day job. I don't know. Hopefully everything's keep going well. But it seems like we just had endless amounts of time to do stuff like this when we actually had less time back then, if that makes sense at all. So I think as you get older, you get slower. But this is a record, a 12-inch cover. I remember we wiped it down with maybe some lacquer thinner or mineral spirits to kind of break it down, weather it, and then maybe print it, because it's got a couple of different prints in here. And then some I don't know. I don't remember what all we did, but we just did a lot of stuff. There's that. Here's everybody needs a back of a Monopoly board with a who's that guy right there? Not Ronald Reagan. Ronald McDonald. Struggling here. Struggle. This is a game board. Looky there. Man. I mean, then this has been sitting at the bottom. And then we got another one. Look at this. More and more print. Look, you can't even see. I'm going to have to get someone to help. You know what? And maybe we get Connie over here to talk about these because she knows so much more about all this stuff. All right, that's the first video in a series of, I guess I'm going to just call it Bottom of the Rack. Could that be construed as something else? Things from the bottom of the rack. Drying wreck treasures. I don't know what I'm going to call it. I don't know. But anyway, this is the first batch. I had no idea. I was kind of hoping that I could come in here and be like, oh yeah, that can go in the trash. That can go in the trash. Or, oh my gosh, look at this. I need to do something with that. But right now, I think it just needs to go back in the bottom of the rack. All the other stuff I got in the bottom of the rack. All right. And then this is the one I put at the side. This was some Connie and a friend of ours got married, and so this was, their last name, and they got married on May 25th, 2013. So when that comes around, if you can remember, which I'm sure you will, we'll tell everyone happy anniversary. All right. That's the first video. Hope you enjoyed it. It's 13 minutes long. The other ones will hopefully be shorter than that. The video is still over, but this is like one of those, Criterion collections. One of those scenes that, an extra behind the scenes. So I'm gonna, just so if Anna watches, she sees me wiping the table down with some disinfecting wipes, because we have some, 15, maybe 17 year plus. I don't know, not 20, but this will some paper. Cyrus is going down the couch, waiting for his next TRATS. All right. Like and subscribe and tell all your buddies. But I'm not going to come over and wipe your table down. Maybe Cyrus will.